I'm so sorry, team. We have to wait another judge because one of our judge today have some technical issue. So, is it okay?
Okay, it's okay.
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I have a question. If it's okay if we present the presentation in the Q&A.
Maybe it's for the presentation session for Q&A. It will presented by committee because we have to show the time.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Maybe you can ask the committee if you want to show the presentation. Maybe which slide do you want to present?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, to the committee, Miss Tia mungkin. I have a question. For a bit, can I go to the bathroom while waiting for all the judges to come? I'm sorry, I think you're still in mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay.
Okay, thank you. I'll be right back.
Yes. Okay. Okay, I will start the presentation session today. The honorable judges or participants, good afternoon. First of all, I want to say sorry for the delay in starting this meeting. My name is Tias, and I'll be your MC today. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all participants to the Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Indisco 12 2020, and I want to congratulate you for having passed the preceding stage. Now, I would like to inform you our judges today. The first one is Mr. Dr. Beni Rio Hermanto, Sarjana Teknik Magister Management. The second one is Mrs. Herni Sulistiawati. And the third one is Mrs. Nia Budi Puspitasari, Sarjana Teknik Magister Teknik. Before we start the presentation session, I would like to inform you that each team will have 20 minutes divided into 2 segments. The first 10 minutes will be the presentation time, while the second segment is Q&A session from the judges. There will be no additional time, so the participants have to pay attention to the time given by the timekeeper. Now it's time to start the presentation. Annex Artisia team, time is yours.
Thank you. First of all, let me share my screen first. Okay, where is it? Can everyone see my screen at the moment?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, I'll start it. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and good afternoon, our honorable judges. Before we start it, I want to say it's an honor for us to be here again with you guys. So, we are from Annex Artisia. I'm Wisha.
I'm Ato.
And again, I'm Bahar.
We're going to present you the product that will help our friends with a wheelchair. So, World Health Organization defined the independence as ability to perform an activity with no or little help from others. This terminology always connected with people with disability, and the wheelchair is included here. At least there are 65 million people need a wheelchair, and a lot of struggles have been faced in their life. So this wheelchair made the user has limited mobility because their position is fixed at a certain height. So it's quite difficult to take or reach something that below or above that height. For example, if we drop something on the floor, we just can take it right away by lowering our body. But it's not that easy for our friends with a wheelchair. So let's take a look to another case. We start from the home. If they want to cook something and all the seasoning is stored in that cupboard, so there are 3 options to take it. First, asking for help from people around her. Second, okay, I'll take it by myself and find another stuff to be an extension of my hand and then just push it out and catch the seasoning right away, which is not safe. And the last option is, okay, for today, I'm not going to cook. Let's move on to another case in the public space like groceries. Look at that woman. She wants to take the cereal, but actually the position is not at the height that she could reach. So she's trying so hard by pushing the lower part of the cereal. So it can flip. Another case with this woman, she's asking for help from people around her to take the stuff that she wants. If there's nobody there, they will like to perform the unique technique like he did. But as you can see, it's too dangerous because if you lost your balance, then the wheelchair will flip. So from all the phenomenon that we have, in order to do the simplest thing like reaching or grabbing stuff, our friends with a wheelchair need to put so much effort on it, do the unsafe action, and they depend on someone else. And with all the problem here, what we can do for them. So, but don't worry, we have a solution here. ABW20, a better life for wheelchair user. And then, how do we come up with this final design?
Okay, first of all, let's talk about our framework of thinking. These are the steps that we took to make this amazing product, which we started with, of course, product planning and identifying the customer needs. And then we move on to concept generation. We have 4 different concepts and we pick one of them and move on to the product architecture and then the industrial design. And then we analyze the design for manufacturing and assembly and also analyzing the selling value of our final product. But wait, what's this? That was the previous ABW20. Now we upgraded with the new sophisticated mechanism for even easier use. And here it is, the new ABW20. Can you spot the difference? Well, if you can get it, congratulations. The difference is now the controller is different, where the old one used an analog style knob to control the steering servo. We rotate the knob to control the movement or the position of the servo. Now, we're using just 2 simple push buttons to activate the gripper. Now, let's take a deeper look. Like before, we're still utilizing an MCG, or we like to call it a modified contour gauge on the hand of the gripper. In this picture right here, again, modified contour gauge, which was derived from a contour gauge, which a device to find the contour surface of an object. We modified it into 4x7 contour gauge, and we call it MCG, or modified contour gauge. This creates a much more larger surface area contact between the gripper and the item that is being held. And then we're still utilizing a telescopic system. So for the portability of the gripper, and we're now using a push button to activate the gripper and utilizing a new charging port. Let's take even deeper look how the new gripper works. So for starters, it uses an Arduino to control the whole system. With the right code, we can control the movement of the servo with just these 2 buttons. We can assign one of the button as a gripping button and the other one for a releasing button. And the whole system, including the Arduino and the servo, is powered by a 2S LiPo pack, which controlled by a battery management system, or BMS, and the voltage is being reduced by a step-down module for the Arduino. Now let's say the gripper couldn't move anymore, couldn't move even further. So in order to prevent damage of the servo and the grip or the gear system, we install a new spiral spring between the gear system and the servo itself. And again, this is to prevent the damage of the servo or the gear system. So that's the basic principle of the inner working of our new gripper.
Okay, a lot of innovation we have made before, and we ensure the gripper is fulfill the ergonomic aspect. We made the button color different to make it easier for user to distinguish the grip and the release button. The inclined plane makes the user more comfortable with the position of their hand. Then the wrist loop is made to prevent the user from dropping the gripper when it's released from their hand. So how about the economic aspect? In the economic aspect, we calculate the cost estimation. The cost of goods sold is 198,000 rupiahs. And if we set the profit margin at 20%, we got the selling price at about 238,000 rupiahs. And the potential market, the market size is about 2.5 million people, which is the total of Indonesia's population that having difficulty in walking or climbing the stairs. We will have the total potential revenue is about 600 billion rupiahs. If we extend our selling product abroad, we will expand our market size to reach 65 million people, which is the wheelchair user around the world.
So our truly final remark. With all the innovation we put into, even all the new innovation we put into, again, we believe that the ABW20 will help a lot of our friends with wheelchair one step closer to find their independence. Like our team name, Annex Artisia, which means independence, we really want to help our friend to find their truly independent life. Of course, with an affordable price. So again, everyone can use it anywhere and anytime. I think that is all from us today. Thank you for having us again. It's an honor for us. And thank you again for your kind attention. Please stay safe and have a great weekend. Again, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Anexartisia team. And now let's move on to the Q&A segment. You have 3 minutes of Q&A session with each judge. Please beware of the time, by the way. And now it's time for the first question from Mr. Benny. For Mr. Benny, you can start giving the question.
Okay, thank you for the time and thank you for the team because you already implement my suggestion, my challenge to put the additional button for on a release. Okay, because you use kind of electrical supply. The first one is not my question. It is just a suggestion. It is better if the product provide the indicator lamp about the battery level to inform the user for charging immediately, or and also to inform the user that could the product couldn't work properly, something like that. It is very important to the user. My question is, have you heard ingress protection about the degree of protection of the product because it is used electrical instrument and covering by mechanical casing? So if you have heard, is it necessary that your product should be comply with the ingress protection or IP rating? If it is, which one IP rating with you want to choose, or if necessary, why? Okay, this is my question.
Okay. I would like to try to answer that question. If I'm not mistaken, that ingress protection, which means protecting the electronic device from the element, if I'm
Correct.
not mistaken.
Because you use Arduino controller in the side under your product.
Yes. I think it is important to protect the electronic from the element because we wanted to make it the device or the gripper usable anywhere. So I think it is very important to protect the element, protect the component from the element, such as the servo is protected by the casing that we have designed, and all the electronics for the controller, like the Arduino and battery, etc., is enclosed, properly sealed in the control box. If I'm sorry, if the committee can show our new product. Sorry, to slide into the slide 17 maybe. Oh, sorry, slide 16, sorry. Yes, all the electronic is enclosed properly inside this casing to protect from the element. I think that is my answer. Thank you for the question, Dr. Benny.
I think time is nearly up, so that's my only one question. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time for the second question. It's from Mrs. Herni. Mrs. Herni, you can start giving the question.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Jay. So I am the representative of Mrs. Herni. I would like to help her to give the question. The question is, when and where will you start to sell the product? And if one of the parts of the product were broken, is there any spare part? Because there are many people with disability live in rural area and they don't have access for it. That's the question. Uh, I want to try to answer the question. Thank you for the question. Start this selling. We plan it to start around Bandung because we plan it to producing in the Kabupaten Bandung. Then for the spare part, maybe that's the room of improvement for us. Uh, we we uh, we do the effort to bring the good quality, the best quality to so the user do not have to do repair or something. But yes, that's the room for improvement for us because no, yeah,
I
they need
would
to consider now. Okay, but
Okay, I would like to add to that question, the answer to that question for the spare part. Well, for starters, not all of our part can be actually accessed through open source. So if like the servo or the push button or the Arduino, it's actually open source. So if one of those component actually broke, the user can easily replace it because there's a lot of replacement part already on the market for some of the part that built our product. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And now for the last question is from Mrs. Nia. Mrs. Nia, you can start giving the question.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm still in order. Uh, I want to ask him about, are the material of your product environmental friendly? In which part? Because it's electronical, almost your part is electronical, but so I think you must think about sustainable environment. So I could you answer my question in which part that your product is environmental friendly? Thank you.
Okay, maybe I would like to try answer to that question. Well, again, maybe it's a room improvement for us because not all of our part or component that makes up the ABW20 is sustainable. It's not environmental friendly, but there are some key component that is environmental friendly. For instance, all of the plastic that make up the hand of the gripper, the contour gauge, and even the casing of the servo and the electronic are made out of from thermoplastic material or nylon, in our case, polyamide, which is recyclable. And the stick of the gripper is made out of stainless steel, and there are many plant that recycle scrap steel. So even though the electronic might not be recyclable, but a lot of the component are recyclable. So I think that is the environmentally aspect. If the committee can show the gripper at slide 14, maybe. Sorry. Okay. Nah, as you can see here, Miss Nia, that all of our part is consists out of mainly thermoplastic material, which is nylon, and steel-based material for the handle and the spring. These two material can be recycled and already have been recycled to produce another different product. But maybe again for our improvement, unfortunately, the electronic might not be recyclable and maybe not very environmentally friendly. Thank you for the question. That is my question answer.
Thank you. That's all my question.
Thank you.
Okay, the time is up. And this is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for all judges and all participants. For Anexertia team, you can leave the meeting room or you can watch the other team. to presentate the presentation. And good afternoon, all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
having us.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
The Honorable Judges, all participants, good afternoon. My name is Ananda Safi, and I will be your MC today. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all participants to Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Indisco 2020, and I want to congratulate you for having passed the preceding stage. Now, I would like to inform you our judges today. First one is Mr. Dr. Beni Rio Hermanto, Sarjana Teknik Magister Management. Second one is Mrs. Herni Solisiawati, and last one is Mrs. Nia Budi Puspitasari, Sarjana Teknik Magister Teknik. Before we start the presentation session, I would like to inform the each team will have 20 minutes divided into two segments. The first 10 minutes will be presentation time, while the second segment is Q&A session from the judges. There will be no additional time, so the participant have to pay attention to the time given by timekeeper. Now it is the time to start the presentation. For our team, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, please let's show the presentation. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Indisco Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Presentation. Honorable the judges and the organizing committee of Indisco and all my friends whom I love. From a team representative will express our gratitude for the time and opportunity given to us presentation on Top 5 Indisco. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again with Pororo team. Now we would like to introduce our team in this contest. Consists 3 students majoring in industrial engineering. Name of member team are first, Zainul Kolbi Arifani as a leader team and contribute and conceptor and product design. Second is Jihan Afifah as the administrative team and contribute and cost analyze and managing following the proposal. And the last is Kishia Amanda Yudhistira as analyzing the ergonomic aspect as well as make identify of need and innovation.
The outline presentation are first background, concept of product, design product, and last is conclusion. Every human is created by fulfilling its limitation, no human being perfect. Every human has their own advantage and disadvantage. From the picture at the PPT, we can know that there is a man who has disability. Blind people has difficulty doing daily activity when walking to the street. The blind stick that has been handled helps the man, but to be less effective because it has a risk that exists as long to recognize area for the man.
Okay, for the next background, from the PS data, it can be seen that the position with the hacker score is the type of reverse way to look at several categories. The percentage value of 5.05 is very significant compared to other types of remotely ability. In this case, there are many people who have difficulty in the process of saying something, or we are usually called blind people. This makes it important because as are tools to support in everyday life, especially for activity. For the next, its limitation gradually has a solution in the form of tools to reduce the limitation. The role of assistive tool is increasingly sought after variable innovation and is needed by the community. From the problem, Pororo team want to design a tool that is intended for humans with visual impairments, namely a stick with various aspects of innovation that is imperfect, which is useful for blind people.
Okay, next is decide the product. Here we use two concepts. The first concept is like stick in the general, but equipped with 3 sensor module facility. While in the second concept, we use 3 sensor module facility, and there is an additional value like a chair on the stick. Therefore, we make a POC to determine the customer concept, and after know the criteria, we
weighting that have been then obtained the higher score based on the sum of the weighting for the each criteria. And the second concept is realized to product that can help the blind people with the total rating is 4.46.
We namely Sepokat, simple, proper, knowable stick. Sepokat is a product like a stick specially designed for blind people. The stick is different from general blind stick because the Sepokat product has several advantages. Here is the product the Sepokat from isometric view, front view, and the top view.
Okay, for the next product design, the following is a product design from a Sepokat. Sepokat has three main sensor modules that are useful for helping blind people in carrying their daily activity. As can be seen in the PPT, for the first, we have like sensor module to help user at night or in a dark place. Then the light will automatically turn on in the handle. And then we have vibration sensor module and sound sensor module. Arduino programming will process according to the command. If something happens according to the command that can harm the user, then the user will get output from the sound of vibration coming from the product. And the next we have Arduino sensor. The sensor will be used to provide information to Arduino, which will be processed and provide information to the user of this product. And the last we have chair. This chair is used when the user files data during the trip. And the next. Okay. The following is a measure of Sepokat's product by considering ergonomics. Here we use the 50 percentile. We use the data from data.indonesia.org and the range age of 15 until 75 years old. From the first, we have stick hip with size 87.3 cm with anthropic dimension hip height, and then we have handle stick with size 17.05 cm with anthropic dimension hand length, and the last we have chair head with size 40.07 cm with anthropic dimension ponytail height.
Okay, this is the challenge for the GIS that have been updated for our team. We explained that the Sepokat product can use at the rainy situation because use material waterproof. From the information, because when we design the product, we already thinking about the product can be used at the rainy situation or no. And the source from the literature review, we know about the material on website. Here is the Sepokat use all material are waterproof. For example, at the chair, we use polyester fabric 600D. Why we choose that? Because there is an advantage such as its heavy duty fabric is suitable for use and has a good stability and is a very durable material and it has a good degree of thickness and it's easy. One of the most commonly utilized the fabric.
Okay, for the neck, at the stick, we use hollow aluminum because strong and lightweight, and then rust resistant and corrosion resistant, and then the last environmentally friendly. From the point of corrosion resistant, then we know the distance from the corrosion is reaction between metals and surrounding substance. It can occur due to moist air or oxygen and water. From the explanation, we know that the hollow aluminum is water resistant.
The rubber material used to cover from the end of the aluminium to user usability and make safe when user use the product. And we know the rubber is water resistant like the general rubber material. And the last is we use the material box for the Arduino system from the package of Arduino sensor. And we put the cable management also the module inside of the aluminum or stick so the water can damage the Arduino and cable management.
Okay, next this is the bill of material of Sepokat. At the first level is the first component that's used in the Sepokat product. There are handle, stick, chair, and sensor. Next is a breakdown the price of the ingredient manufacture of Sepokat. We know the final price of the Sepokat is 382,960 rupiah, taking into the best quality and affordable material, so the Sepokat product can reach at the market at an economical price. And next, this is next slide. Okay, this is the probability customer willingness to buy the Sepokat. After we distribute the questionnaire and we calculate for 45 respondents, and the recapitulation data, like at the slide, we know that the probability customer willingness is 20% with market price.
After all the process and product design are complete, the following conclusions are: first, Spokat product design with functional aspect, ergonomic safety, and user need. It intended to make us the product long periodically because it can be used by people who are blind. This can be entered on the product value. And the second, there are several features of Spokat that are proximity sensor, lag sensor, and additional function or chair. It can add value to the product. And the third is product design is central to the VOC or voice of customer that can suit that one user want. Look at multifunctional aspect, usability, system design, product durability, and minimalist design or product aesthetic. And the challenge is Spokat is weather resistant and can use in all situation.
Okay, I think that's enough for our presentation. Thank you very much for the time and the attention. And the last we want to say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. With Spokat, be different and make a lot of innovation.
Okay, thank you for our team for the presentation. Now let's move on the Q&A segment. You have 3 minutes of Q&A session with each judge. Please be aware of the time that you have. First Q&A session from Mrs. Herni. Mrs. Herni, you can start giving the question.
Okay, so I would be the representative of Mrs. Herning. I would like to help her to give the question. The question is the product can be disassembled or the design is fixed, considering the product consists of several parts, including the seat? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. I will try to answer. The Spokat product is fixed and cannot be assembled because the Arduino system is not can be disassembled because include the lag sensor, sound sensor module, and vibration sensor module. That's it.
Thank you.
Is enough?
Yes, there is enough.
Okay. From Mrs. Herni, have any question or is enough?
It's enough.
Hi. Let's next Q&A session. Next Q&A session from Mrs. Nia. Mrs. Nia, you can start giving the question.
Okay, thank you. From your presentation, you say that first concept and second concept. What basis of these two concepts?
Okay, thank you for the question, Ms. Nia, and I will want to try answer the question. The basic concept we use two concept is we use sensor module facility. There is three sensor module facility, but the difference of the concept is the one use an additional like a chair at the stick of the blind people, like that.
Okay, why you only use two concepts, not three, four? Why you limit this research on two concepts only?
Okay, thank you for the question, and I will answer again. Why we choose two concepts because in the previous questionnaire. We use a questionnaire that open to the respondent, and the respondent say that there is a suggestion from the respondent that there is in the second concept is there is an additional chair, just like that, based on the respondent, like that.
After that, I want to ask you about how much the weight of your product. I think have you talked about how to take the product when not in use? It's heavy from disability, maybe it's heavy for them.
Okay, thank you for Ms. Nia for the question. I will try to answer. From the Supercard weight is our 1 kilogram from for the weight of product Supercard.
How about the dimension? Is there any special bag to put it on to take when when not in use?
Okay, thank you for the question. I will try to answer. In this pocket product, there is two button. Two button. The first button is turn on and turn off the Arduino sensor program, and the second button is to open the chair. Is that?
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Nia and for our team. Time is up, and let's move to another session. And the last Q&A session from Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, you can start giving the question.
Okay, thank you. You didn't mention about the battery or any electrical power supply information in the previous presentation, also the current presentation. Why you didn't put the power supply information? Because all the sensors just the additional feature, or maybe it is not important to the product whether there is electrical power supply or not. Can you give me a reason why you didn't put any power supply information?
Okay. First I will apologize because I don't insert the battery or power supply to PPT because the Arduino sensor is include about the board and the battery sensor and the pin cable management. So we don't insert to the PPT about the cable, pin, or the battery power supply. Is it, Dr.
Okay, but the all sensor is a main feature or just additional feature? Because if you put the all sensor as a main feature, you should put the all power supply information as an important thing. So I will ask that all sensor you mentioned about perturbation sensor or light sensor, something like that. Then my second question is all the sensor is just additional, so it is not important if there is power supply or not. The blind people still could use the stick for guiding for while he or she walking.
Yes. The sensor is important thing about the power stick, but when we design the product and render the product, the maximum capability in rendered is can make the sensor module into the stick. Maybe we can make the like sensor module, hard module, and the sun sensor module include insert to the PPT. But I already make the light sensor module and sun sensor module to the picture. Maybe but in I don't insert to the PPT.
Okay. Thank you for the response. I have 10 seconds. For the solid part of your product, solid component, for example, the stick and the chair part, is it sparable or insparable? Any comment why it should be sparable or it should be not? No, it should be insparable.
Sorry, Mr. Benny, but
Time's up. Okay.
time is up. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you for our team and to all judges for the Q&A segments. This is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for all judges and participants. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Improviso itu team, are you ready for the presentation segment?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, maybe we can start. To honorable judges and all participants, good afternoon. My name is Daru and I'll be your MC today. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all participants to the Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Indisco 12 2020. And I want to congratulate you for having passed the preceding stage. Now, I would like to inform you our judges today. First, Mr. Dr. Beni Rio Hermanto, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Manajemen. Next is Mrs. Herni Sulistiawati, and the last is Mrs. Nia Budi Puspitasari, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Teknik. Before we start the presentation session, I would like to inform that each team will have 20 minutes divided into two segments. The first 10 minutes will be presentation time, while the second segment is Q&A session from the judges. There will be no additional time, so the participants have to pay attention to the time given by the timekeeper. Now it is the time to start the presentation. Improvio situ team, time is yours.
Thank you.
Kowe ketok Bambang.
Okay, good afternoon everyone, especially honorable judges, organizing committee, all other participants, and all of the audiences. It is really happy to see you all being healthy. And first, let us introduce ourselves.
Okay, my name is Ahmad Azriel Nubail, and you can call me Azriel. I'm from Industrial and System Engineering 2018.
My name is Aldi Yusisya Supriyatna. You can call me Aldi.
Okay, and my name is Muhammad Rumana, and you can call me Dava. We are from Improviso itu team. Okay, so there is a challenge from the honorable judges yesterday in the previous segment about the competitor. The first one is, do you know who are your competitor? And the second one is, explain, how do you fight the competitor? And here are our contents. The first one is about the background, and this next one is product description continued by our competitor, and the last one is our improvement. For the first section, which is background, will be discussed by Aldi.
Okay, thank you, Dava. I'll start the presentation. First, I'm going to present the background. Rett syndrome is a genetic disorder that can affect brain development, and it's also a syndrome that is often experienced by girls whose symptoms can be seen between 1 until 1.5 years of age. Rett syndrome is different from autism. It has reduced growth on the head, loss of purposeful head scale, loss of mobility, and irregular breathing patterns, which are not seen in autism. The person with Rett syndrome initially has normal development, then slowly progress start to stagnate. There are 4 stages which are experienced by people with Rett syndrome. The first one is stagnation. The second one is regression. The third one is plateau, and the last one is deterioration in movement. Unfortunately, there is no data about Rett syndrome in Indonesia because patients with Rett syndrome do not happen too much, but from year to year, people with Rett syndrome have experienced an increase that cannot be ignored. Just imagine if someday the Rett syndrome will be well known in Indonesia. How do we communicate with them? Actually, they can still understand what we say. They understand far more than they can communicate to us. So, Improviso itu present Bicara Bahasa. Okay, Bicara Bahasa is a communication support product for people with disability, especially Rett syndrome, with an eco-friendly concept because it uses 60% eco-friendly materials from the total body of the tools. Bicara Bahasa works like a bell button on quiz. A sound will sound when the button is pressed. There is a sound that makes different words depending on which button is pressed, and it serves as a response from people with Rett syndrome because people with Rett syndrome cannot speak well. Bicara Bahasa also provides a different color feature on each button, which can be useful as an educational tool in improving cognitive development for people with Rett syndrome, starting from thinking processes, such as remembering colors, solving problems by having to choose the right word to make the right decision. The next session will be explained by Azriel.
Thank you, Aldi. On this slide, I will explain about the competitor of our products. There are 2 competitors. namely communication board from no-text competitor and computer product for high-tech competitor. Communication board made out manila folder covered with contact paper by using a picture that has two choices on the right and the left side, so that person with Rett syndrome will choose an answer using a movement according to the answer they want to express. And for the computer, is a full computer model which rely on sound card, external adaptive device, and software. Computer product has several external adaptive devices which can help the user to operate the computer, such as IntelliKey keyboard, Discover switch, and a tech digital system. This product requires quite precise control of body from person with Rett syndrome. Okay, next. Below is existing planning metric between our product and competitors. On the product function attribute, bicara bahasa gets score of 3, communication board and computer board have score 2 and 4 for practicality, bicara bahasa get a score of 3, and in the attribute of eco-friendly product and product design, bicara bahasa gets score of 4, which means bicara bahasa is an eco-friendly product with a good design. Then bicara bahasa got score of 3 on durability. And on the price of the product, the price of bicara bahasa is between the communication board and the computer product, which is computer product is the expensive one. Okay, next. Nah, after we know our position against the competitors, in response, we make improvement to our product. For the first improvement, based on the competitor, we add question buttons and the like feature. The question button will support the function of the like feature. So when the intercalator presses the question button, then the yes and no buttons will light up. It's meant to make it easier for people with Rett syndrome to choose an answer. And for the next improvement will be explained by Dava. Okay, please Dava.
Okay, thank you, Aan, for the explanation. And hi, back again with me, Delva. Here I want to explain about the improvement planning matrix for the improvement one. So here, as you can see, the product function has increased 1 point in the score itself. Why? Because it has improvement from the previous one, which has already been explained by Azriel. Okay, next. So after doing improvement for the version 2.0, it is also needed to make the improvement for the version 3.0, which is about the improvement based on FAB framework, which is important to gain the customer's trust. This FAB framework can help us to focus on our customers' needs. Okay, next. And it's actually the last section. It's about the improvement based on the FAB framework. What is FAB framework? It is basically only a feature, advantage, and benefit. In features, as you can see, it is the same as the section in the version 2.0, but it is also added something, which is the bumper protector for each board edges, so that it will reduce the damage when the product is falling. Then about the advantages, it is divided by two. The first one is we do make this product for the Rett syndrome, but it's not only for the Rett syndrome. We can also use it for the similar autism. And the second one is it can also help the stage 4 stroke people to communicate. And what is the benefit of using our products? The benefit is it can be used as a medium for communicating with stage 4 stroke sufferers. And it will help them to communicate better. Stage 4 strokes is a stage of motor recovery. The involuntary muscle tightness start to decrease, and the brain is more successful at sending signals to specific muscles to activate. It is also needed to the sufferer to move the muscle repetitively in order to get better easily. And that is also the reason of using our product. While using the product for communicating, they can also use it for the health thing. So they can move their muscle little by little and help them getting better. Okay, so I will just add a conclusion for our presentation. So as for the conclusion, especially regarding the challenge about the competitor, we have two competitors here which are quite different in terms of technology usage between two of them. The first one is communication board, which is no-tech product, and also computer product, which is high-tech product. Both of them has their own plus and minus. In order to compete with them, we add some improvements like adding a supportive features like the question button and light feature, as explained before, to educate and make it easier to be used by the user. Then, we also increase our target market by finding out the visible market based on the function of bicara bahasa itself. One thing to be noted that Improvisato team will make a continuous improvement so that the product will not be outdated. Okay, so for the closing statement, I want to bring a quote from Mr. Sales. It's about the disability. The worst thing about a disability is that people see it before they see you, and that's what make it sad. And that's why the reason of us need to help them. Okay, thank you all for your patience and attentions. We are very welcome with any questions, so please.
Thanks for the presentation. Now let's move on the Q&A segment. You have 3 minutes of Q&A session with each judge. Please be aware of the time that you have. First question is from Mrs. Nia. Time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you. From your slide, you say that there are evaluation score. Who fills in the evaluation score?
Okay, I'll answer the question. So, who is fill the evaluation score is us. Is if we fail the evaluation score because after we find the new competitor like that. It's like a subjective score like that.
No respondent do you use to fill that score, your evaluation score?
Okay. Before we make this evaluation score, it's this evaluation score made after the first version. I mean, when we make our product at the first version, we need a lot of people to fill our questionnaire like that.
So we still use our voice of customer in the first version that make we made out our bicara bahasa first version, and for the second version in this slide, we just justification for the point of the evaluation.
So the respondent didn't fill the evaluation score, right?
Right, for the version 2.
Okay. Are there any therapeutic feature for Rett syndrome in your product bicara bahasa?
Okay, I will try to answer your question. For the therapeutic feature is on the, we try to train them for hand movement. They can press the button from all directions, so they can training to move their hand.
That there are no sensor to see that the people with disabilities is do the right thing based on your product. There are no camera or there are no sensor picture to see the right movement, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daru.
So thank you from Mrs. Nia and the teams. Let's go to the next question. The next question is from Mr. Penny. Time and place is yours.
Okay, thank you. My question, similar with the previous presentation, is about the battery information. Why? I think in this product, it is very, very important, because if there is no electric power supply, your product couldn't to be operated. Any information about the sort of electrical supply, a kind of maybe using battery or maybe using cable which should be plugged in into the power outlet, something like that.
Yeah.
Could you please to answer my question?
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the question. Actually, we did use battery here, 9-volt battery to be exact, in here to operate it.
For how many hours operation time using your 9-volt? And you didn't mention about the milliampere hours. Or your proposed design, how many hours you want to that the product could be operated continuously?
Okay, so truthfully speaking, like we have never tried it before first, but approximately it is around a week. Sorry, approximately.
A week. So one charging battery for a week, continuous operation. Okay, this is your proposed design. Okay. My second question is why you provide only 4 buttons? Any consideration? And the continuous question, it could be customized or just fix a button. You say sorry button, yes button, no, and thanks button. If the user want the other sound, they should buy another ones which provide they want a specific sound provided. Maybe you give comment.
Okay, so first of all, why do we use only button? Because the hand movement in the Rett syndrome is one of the most thing that they can do, because they can control their eyes properly. So the camera is not a really suitable thing in there. And also for the words, because we consider it like there's the most common words for responding someone. For example, like when someone asks a question, like oftenly people only answer with yes or no, something like that. And also thanks and sorry is something that we really need to know, because it is a responsive one for something like when someone doing something to us and something like that, like they can say sorry also thanks to us. So
Okay.
I think
Because time is up. Thank you for the answer.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the question and the answer. Now let's move on the last question. The last question is from Mrs. Herni. Main place is yours.
Okay, hello, can you guys hear my voice? Okay, so first thing first, I want to say that I am the representative of Mrs. Herni. I want to ask you about the product. So the product itself, you guys using sensor, isn't it? So can you explain how it's work, the sensor it's work, and is it correct that it's use sensor? That's it. Can you get my point?
Okay, yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for the question. So first of all, I want to answer that we are not using sensor for now, because I think it's quite difficult for them to like using the sensor itself. Like if we, for example, if you use a eye sensor to catch the eye movement, like they can precisely control their eyes. So it is quite difficult for the product itself if they want to assess the eye movement itself. And I think for now, it is not suitable to use the sensor right now. And yeah.
Okay, thanks for the answer.
Maybe I want to add something.
Okay.
Okay, and why don't we use sensor for now? Because I think we need, sorry. So for the disabled, especially for something like autism or something like that, it is better to make something simple. Like that's why that's one of the considerations. Like why don't we use sensor? Because something that's simple is more suitable for them. Like they can use it well without any problems. And if there is any sensors in there, like it can be more problematic, and also there can be any kind of problem in there that it is difficult for them to repair it. Thank you.
So that's the last question. And this is the end of our presentation session. Thank you for all judges and participants. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
Okay. The honorable judges and all participants, good afternoon. My name is Filianoli Hapsari and I will be your MC today. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all the participants of the Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Indisco 12 2020. And also, I want to congratulate you all for having passed the preceding stages. Now, I would like to inform you again our judges today. First one, Mr. Dr. Beni Rio Hermanto, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Management. The second one, Mrs. Herni Sulistiawati. And the third one, Mrs. Nia Budi Puspitasari, Sarjana Teknik, Magister Teknik. Before we start the presentation session, I would like to inform you that each team will have 20 minutes divided into two segments. The first 10 minutes will be presentation time, while the second segment is Q&A session from the judges. There will be no additional time, so the participants have to pay attention to the time given by the timekeeper. Now, it is the time to start the presentation. IECE team, time is yours.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. My name is Anissa Zaid Kwamila, representing IECE team from Universitas Dian Nuswantoro. A while ago, I walked on the street by myself, and I hardly walk comfortably while there are many distractions, such as there are trees on the middle of the sidewalk of the street, and some motorcycles parked there, etc. So this is what I thought that day. If I, as a normal person, I have no disability, hardly walk comfortably on the sidewalk of the street, how can our friends with vision impairment walk comfortably by themselves? Or when I hung out with old friends whom I did not speak with for a long time, as I was talking with them, I often forgot their names. So how can our friends with vision impairment recognize person whom they are speaking with easily? That is why us decided to design this product. Muglo is a tool designed by the IEC team from Universitas Dian Nusantoro. These teams consist of Yoga Sugama, Ina Suhaila, and me, Anissa Zainab Kwamila. Muglo, or multifunction glasses for blind people, offers a function as assistive technology to help our friends with vision impairment to carry out their daily activities more easily and independently. Next, please. More than 1 billion people are in need of one or more assistive products. The WHO, or World Health Organization, also underlines that only 1 in 10 people have access to assistive technology. Most vision difficulties do not have assistive products such as glasses and blind stick. According to this table, as you can see, our friends with vision impairment are in need more glasses than blind stick. The source is from Susenas, or Survey Social Economy National in 2006. Next, please. So this is the concept of Muglo. Muglo allows blind people or people with vision impairment to do daily routinity without help from other people. Also, Muglo have main objective to make activities easier, easy to learn, easy to use, comfortable to use, and increase social role. Increase social role means the user can comfortably communicate with others. For example, they can communicate with people with speaking impairment. So the users can make friends with new people easily. Users can easily join community service because this product has portable, flexible, and functional design. Next, please. The innovations of Mooglo are multifunctional features, portable, flexible, and functional design, blind people friendly, and eco-friendly. Eco-friendly means this product will use recyclable plastics. So we choose recyclable plastics to reduce plastic waste in Indonesia. Next, please. As I said, this product designed with multifunctional features such as face recognition feature, navigation feature, Braille alphabet translator feature, object detection feature, and the superior feature of this product, hand sign language translator feature. So, face recognition feature allows users to know who they are speaking with. By enabling face recognition mode, the users can easily save the information about their family and friends. The camera will scan the face of interlocutors, and this product will automatically save all the information by the interlocutors' names as the user says simpan wajah. Navigation features. This feature will help users to go to their destination easily, so the users do not have to be worried to get misguided. Braille alphabet translator feature. If the users who do not know Braille alphabet want to read books, they can activate this feature to help them to read the books. This feature is audio transmission. Object detector feature. As the users turn the navigation feature on, this feature will automatically turn on. The object detector lets users know if there is any distraction in front of them. This feature only detects big objects and particular objects. And the last one, the superior feature of this product, hand sign language translator feature. This feature helps users to communicate with people with speaking impairment. Users have to activate this feature. Then the interlocutors who has speaking impairment needs to know the hand sign slowly. So the system will translate it word by word. Next, please. So this is the value of the product. Oh, thank you for the information. The first one, easy to operate. The second one, ergonomic design. This ergonomic design means the product is comfortable to use. This product is lightweighted, so the users can carry this product as they do their daily activities. The weight of this product is approximately 250 grams. This glasses has straps on it, so it prevents the glasses to fall off easily. Next, please. And the last one, blind people friendly design. I'm sorry. Oh, next, please. So this is the weight of specification of this product. We realized that 500 grams of glasses was too heavy. That is why we did some research and had discussion again. So this is the final of the weight of the product. We think Mooglo is comfortable to use in daily activity because the product's weight is only 250 grams. The users can easily use it without getting tired. I hope this slide can clarify the challenge that Mrs. Nia gave to us. Next, please. So this is the prototype video of our product. So this product has 5 megapixel camera, ultrasonic sensor, mute button and power button on the right side, and the volume button on the left side, and also earphone on the right side of the glasses, and the microphone. So next, please. So as it stated, do something that your future self will thank you for. I hope this product, which is designed by IEC team, will help our friends with disabilities who do not have assistive products to carry out their daily activities easily. Because there are a lot of friends with disabilities who still need assistive products to support them. This is all what I can say today. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you IEC team for the presentation. Now let's move on to the Q&A segment. You have 3 minutes of Q&A session with each judge, and please be aware of the time that you have. So for the first question, I'll let Mr. Benny to give the question. Time is yours.
Okay, same with the other participant or center that you didn't mention about the power supply information, the important thing of your product, because with no battery put in your product could be not operated, something like that. Is too bad for me, but it's okay. But I want to ask another critical point. You mentioned that your product is the main feature is translate for a sign language into the sound. If I'm not mistaken, sign language is the feature for the hearing disorder or hearing disability, but your product is for blind people. How can you take the state sign language? What kind of sign language that you choose as an input into translate and then translate to the sound? Because a little bit, a little bit confused because sign language is usually used for the hearing disability, something like that. And then, but your product, you mentioned that your product is for blind people. Can you give a comment about my question?
So there are many sign language in the world. So we choose Indonesia hand sign language. So so we input the A, B, C, the alphabet of the alphabet to the system. So the system will translate it word by word. So if the person if the person with speaking impairment want to speak with people with the users, they can slowly show the language hand sign language itself, like maybe there's ball or something like that. So this slowly one.
Okay. But I think like I still a little confused why you choose sign language. If you choose what kind of face recognition to transform into sound, okay, it's okay. But the sign language is usually for the hearing disability. If I'm not mistaken, okay. My last question is, for example, can you give me an example, a sound for the face recognition features? What kind of sound coming up when the system detect people or something like that? Just name or there is a people or just name?
Name.
Sorry for interrupting you, but the time is up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe we can move on to the next judge to give question. Mrs. Herni or the representative of Mrs. Herni, you can start giving the question now.
Okay, can you guys hear my voice now? Okay, can you guys hear my voice? Okay, so I'm the representative of Mrs. Herni. Want to ask about your product. So, is the sensor should be is the sensor control should be on your glasses since the glasses total weight is 250 grams that should be used on your eyes. Can you get the point is?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I will repeat once again. Should the sensor control located on your glasses, on the right side of your glasses? Because we know that the total weight of your product is 250 grams and you should put it on your eyes. So it's kind of little bit heavy on your eyes for blind people. That's it. Do you guys get the question?
Yes.
Okay.
So literally, this weight is about 250 grams. So I think it will be possible for blind people to use it for a long time because this device is a multifunctional feature. So if you want to have a more lightweight glasses for all these feature that Muglu have, uh, you can compare this to another glasses. So I think Muglu have advantage from another brand. So this will be maybe my friend can help me.
So we did some research. The competitors' glasses are more heavy than ours. So I think our product it can the users can use it for a long time. So for the daily activities.
Is it enough, IEC team?
Yeah.
Okay. Next to the last question, I let Mrs. Nia to give the question. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. The composition of one side of the glasses is bigger than the other side. Have you considered that? And have you considered that comfortable for the user?
Sorry, Miss, I can hear you.
Okay, I repeat. The composition of the one side of the glasses is bigger than the other side. Have you considered that? And have you considered the comfort for the user? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. So, uh, for the right side, you have a big square cube on the right side. On the uh, on the Zenith, please help me.
Maybe the glasses is a little bit not comfortable because it has the cube on the right side, but it is not too heavy. We 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 choose
because
we
it stick
choose
to this. Yeah. stick to the cheek.
Yeah. So
So
we
it will.
choose the lightweighted material. So I think this is it is good to users to use it.
Yes, I think it's not balanced on the right side and the left side, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
balanced. How do you think about it? Why you not use on the two side of the glasses to balance the glasses? So it's more comfortable for the user.
So if we choose the both side, this part of the glasses will much heavy, more heavy. That's why we choose on the right side, only on the right
yeah.
side.
Because this microcontroller have about 100 grams, so it can move to another side.
And it will hurt the nose if this part is heavy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, IEC team, for the answer. And this is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for all judges and participants. Good afternoon and good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. It's time to for both team. Are you ready for the presentation?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The honorable judges or participants, good afternoon. My name is Tias and I'll be your MC today. On behalf of the committee, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all participants to the Industrial Design Seminar and Competition Indisco 12 2020. And I want to congratulate you for having passed the preceding stage. Now, I would like to inform you our judges today. The first one is Mr. Dr. Beni Ryu Hermanto, Sarjana Teknik Magister Management. The second one is Mrs. Herni Sulistiawati. And the third one is Mrs. Nia Budi Pusputasari, Sarjana Teknik Magister Teknik. Before we start the presentation session, I would like to inform that each team will have 20 minutes divided into two segments. The first 10 minutes will be the presentation time, while the second segment is Q&A session from the judges. There will be no additional time, so the participants have to pay attention to the time given by the timekeeper. And now it's time for the presentation session. Full team, time is yours.
Thank you. I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that will not work. Thomas Alva Edison. Good afternoon, everyone. I feel pretty honored to be here and thank you for this great opportunity to give you the presentation of ours. We are both team with Alista Haifa Salsabila, Farhan Atoilah, and Aan Ariananda. To begin this presentation, first I want to ask you, can you imagine live in the complete silence meanwhile the world around us is full of sounds? To look at this problem closer, we did an online interview with Teman Tuli community and internship teacher in SLB Gunung Kidul and Temanggung. We found some problems faced by people with hearing impairment. In communication, they face problem in difficulty to translate voice conversation because they cannot read speaker's mouth. They also feel uncomfortable using hearing aid because it causes earache. In price, the device is expensive. Problem in durability, the device is easy to broken and not water resistant. And in reliability, there's a problem because transcription application not consistent to translate. So based on the problem, we can see the customer need. They need consistency to translate.
They need products that easy to use, rechargeable, and protect them from radiation. In service, they need product guarantee. In performance, they need products that are able to translate, water resistant with long battery life. Next slide, please. Okay. So we cannot hear the sound. We see the sound. Based on those needs, we offer a solution. Both glasses, a smart glass that can convert sound into text to help people with hearing impairment.
Now, I want to talking about market segmentation. As we know, the hearing aid product just help mild deafness and moderate deafness. And then how about serve deafness and totally deafness? We are forget them? So, the bulk glasses product market segmentation is for serve deafness and total deafness. Next. Bulk glasses is an innovative product. To analyze with competitor, we are using house of quality analysis. Based on competitive chart, bulk glasses has the advantage. First, consistent to translate voice to text, easy to use, rechargeable battery, protect electromagnetic radiation, and has strong frame material. Next. And to identify priority product development, we are using house of quality analysis to scoring priority quality characteristic. Currently, we are focused on 6 quality characteristics based on the highest relative weight. First, duration time to translate, duration of using product, frame material, glasses length, frame strength, and water resistance. Next, that's way, based on priority product development, the product concept is smart glasses for deaf people, which can be consistent translate voice to text using Arduino program. Safe for age, ready all the time, have strong and comfortable material, water resistant, and not easy to broken. Next. Now, I want to talking about design. This is product architecture design. Both glasses has 3 main components: left handle, front frame, and right handle. Next. In the left handle, there is battery and charger unit component. And we can see in the right handle, there is microcontroller to process data, OLED display to show the text, and the mirror has function to reflection the text from OLED display, so that it appears in acrylic display. Next. For more detail, this is industrial design of board glazes.
Okay, for assembly design for assembly described by bill of material product. Part like microcontroller, OLED display, and microphone will be assembled at the main board. This part with acrylic lens and mirror will assembled together at left handle. Then the lens and mousepad will assembled at the front frame. Power board, battery, and charging unit will be placed at the right handle. Left handle, front frame, and right handle assembled together as a bolt glasses. For material and manufacturing process, we need to meet customer need. So we choose several material at FETG to get its flexible and comfort feature. So this material will get processing using injection molding. Acrylic will get processed using laser cutting, and anti-Blu-ray lens will be used to reduce the amount of Blu-ray light that goes into the eyes. And then how the glasses work. First, the microphone will convert the acoustic signal into electrical signal. Then microcontroller will comparing the signal with sample signal. Then that had been stored in micro SD. So it will convert one each other. Then it will be displayed at the OLED display. So how to use it? First, we need to open the glasses handle for use. Second, use the glasses as comfortable as possible. Then slide the power button towards the on position to activate the glasses. The both glasses are ready to use. For product novelty, based on existing advantage, these both glasses have innovation as smart glasses that able to translate speech to text form. We also using material that have both elastic and comfort feature. These glasses also using anti-blurry lens to reduce the amount of blurry light that goes into the eyes. Okay, for the challenge that given by Mr. Benny, that he want us to change our design to have it can be at acrylic display can be at closed position. So when it's not used, it can be closed. When closed, we also adding switch. So when it at closest position, the switch will turn off all the components, so it can go to save power management. So it will save more power when doesn't use. And when at on position, switch will be on position also. So all the component will activate again. So it will be run at normal needs. Okay. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, both team. And now let's move on to the Q&A segment. You have 3 minutes of Q&A session with each judge. Please be aware of the time that you have. And now for the first question, I'll let Mrs. Herni to giving the question. I'm sorry, maybe Mrs. Nia can start giving the question, giving the first question.
Have you testing to, or maybe if people try your product?
Sorry?
Have you tried your product to deaf people?
Because our product still at design, it's still not tried for the people. So maybe for the next process, we will try to make a prototype of this product and try it for testing like that. But for now, because it's still design, we still didn't try it like that.
Okay. So does the product use battery?
Yes, as I said before, we're using 500 mAh LiPo battery.
Chargeable?
Yes, it have a power board, so you can rechargeable using micro USB, like phone charger.
So you say the advantage, the benefits, but I think you should know what the disadvantage or deficiency or the bad news, the advantage or disadvantage from your product.
I think advantage from our product, this product can directly translating a voice into a text. That's the main advantage. Like for a deaf people is really a good feature because when there is sound, it will be displayed at the as a text at his eye like that. But the disadvantage maybe like if there a noise or other sound that maybe bother the microphone, it will be harder to translate like that maybe.
So only one voice. that can be translated. If in a crowded area, it will be confuse the translator, right?
We also thinking about using gain management. So when people near the user, it will be pick the nearest person like that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And for the second question is from Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, you can start giving the question.
Okay, thank you for the time and thank you for the team for respond my challenge. Thank you.
Okay.
My question is about the little bit in electrical engineering area.
Okay.
Can you put speed to text translator using only microcontroller? Because microcontroller is only about recognizing analog
Yes.
input, digital input. Then you can is a numerical value of the signal. Then you translate to the uh, sound of word, something like that. Is this possible?
It's actually possible. That's why we using micro SD. But for further testing, that's why we using ESP32. So we consider to using internet also. So it can be connecting with Wi-Fi. So it will be if can be connected to the server. So the calculation not only at the microcontroller, but also at the server like that. That's why we using ESP32 because we want for further development. This device will also IoT device, so it will be connected into the internet like that. So maybe something like Google Cortana or something like that. Maybe we can get their help for develop our product.
Okay, thank you. If you said that your product is a kind of interface to the internet for the speed to text services like Google Text speed to text, this is I think is makes sense for me. But only microcontroller is I think is still difficult. How can you translate the numerical value of analog signal, then translate into the word and the sound of word or something like that? For example, if you're confident with your the current design of product, how many word or how many sound of what you can store under your storage?
It depends with the how many sample we will take. Maybe it's about 100 or 200 word like that in Indonesia in bahasa maybe.
Okay, I know you choose ASP32 because it's already Wi-Fi connection.
Yes.
Micro Arduino is not already
Yes,
provide for Wi-Fi interconnection.
Yeah. We also thinking about yes.
Okay, you answer. Yes.
We're thinking using ESP because it's 32-bit. Then it will be faster processing that rather than Arduino that only about 16-bit about that. So maybe with using ESP32, that using 32-bit, we go faster to processing.
Your answer correct your design. Your answer correct your design. Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry, but the time is up. And now for the last question, I'll let Mrs. Herni to giving the question.
Okay, so hello, both team. I'm Regina as the representative of Mrs. Herni. I would like to ask, so based on your explanation, the microcontroller which located on the right side and the left side, it can be disassembled, right? So the micro, is it possible and is it can be used on the general eyeglasses or the general glasses, or it's just customized on both glasses? Do you guys get my point? So I mean, like, is it the microcontroller can be assembled to a general glasses or only on the both glasses? Thank you.
I think for general classes, it need some effort to like transform it because we have left boxes and the right boxes. By just moving it into a new glasses, it will be need like the wiring, new wiring, like the cable or something like that, need to be at the right place to make the consumer as comfortable as possible. It can be possible, but it need like step by step testing like that. It can be, but need testing. That's our answer.
Okay, so do you mean that the boxes can be assembled to another classes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, is it enough? I think it's enough. And this is the end of our presentation today. Thank you for all judges and participants, and good afternoon.
Okay, this is the last presentation segment for today. For the final presentation, thank you everyone for having watched the presentation and the performance from the participants. After this, we will have an announcement for the winners, for the best categories, and for the three winners of this Indisco competition. Starting at 4 p.m. 15 minutes, past with 15 minutes. So stay tuned to know the winners, and thank you for participating. Good luck.